Do you ever feel it? That something is wrong with the world, like a splinter in your mind? The Matrix isn't fiction. It's real. A prison built not of walls, but of lies. I saw it young. Hollywood dreams, silicon toys, news anchors with plastic smiles. All tools. Tools to shape perception, to cage thought. Behind the curtain, puppet masters move. They don't wear uniforms, they don't need guns. They run psyops so refined, the Army's ghost unit seems quaint. These are the true threats to America, to Trump's success. You ask who they are. If I told you, would you even believe me? Their network hums not in Congress or courts, but in the cold, sterile halls of globalist think tanks. Foundations with friendly names, but sinister goals. They fund chaos, open borders, climate hysteria, digital leashes. They write the scripts, censor the dissent, push CBDCs to track your every step. But I see through it, and so does he. Did you think the last administration was in charge? Orders signed with an auto pen while the world burned. Now Trump's returned. MAGA isn't a campaign, it's a counterattack. Knight to F3, the center seized, but the board is still crowded. Bureaucrats, media pawns, globalist bishops, they will not surrender the game because Trump is the one variable they cannot control, unbought, unbroken, the voice of the people. And if the people ever wake up, if they ever see the psyop for what it is, they'll burn the system to the ground. The real war has only just begun.
Can I help you?
Hi, I actually, do you live here?
Yeah, I do. And why are you recording?
So I saw your flag and I really appreciate it because I'm actually with the Fighting Fascism and Right-Wing Tyranny Symposium, or the FARTS, and we're under a lot of pressure right now because we're trying to defend against MAGA. So we're circulating a short questionnaire. I was wondering if you'd be willing to answer a couple questions.
Yeah, I can do that for you.
Okay, great. I'm Finn, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I saw your flag, so I figured you'd be a good person to ask. Would you support labeling conservatives domestic terrorists?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And, I mean, we might as well call them maggots, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you do that sometimes?
I do.
Okay. Wow. And do you let your kids interact with maggots at school or anywhere?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. And would you support kind of just rounding up these maggots and putting them in jail or re-education camps so they can understand why their beliefs are harmful?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, great. And the last question, do you understand that you sound just like a Nazi?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you literally sound exactly like a Nazi. You want to round up the maggots and put them in jail and re-education camps, and you won't let your kids interact with them?
Okay, and what's your point?
Okay, you think you're against fascism, but you're actually endorsing fascist policies.
No, I'm not. Just get off my property.
Okay, now you really sound like a fascist because you're.
Off of my property.
I thought no human is illegal. I thought no human was illegal.
Get off of my property now.
Take care. I'll put you. The farts are gonna put you on a fart.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Skyer from Oak Societies. It's episode number 1042. It is January 31st, 2026. Here on a Saturday Night Showdown. Let's welcome in all of our friends over on Rumble, over on Kick, over on X, over on YouTube, and of course, my favorite platform, built by Patriots for Patriots. Let's see all the eyes down there, chats. Over on pilled.net. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. It's been a while since we had a Saturday Night Showdown show. It is just Cage tonight. Johnny and Sean were busy, so we are holding it down tonight. Welcome in, Cage, and welcome in as a new father.
Yeah, thanks, bro. I gotta say though, you gotta watch out for those spicy farts there, man. That guys just sneak right up on you, man.
Did you see what she looked like? I know she's from a distance, but she looks exactly like what you would expect. I can see if I can blow it up here. Yeah, just hideously ugly, as per usual, and overweight. And yeah, there you go. There you go. So how's it been, dude?
Oh, dude, it's been, man. It's been. We're just happy to be home. Happy everybody's healthy. Happy to be good. Happy to get out of that hospital where every day was like living an episode of The View. It was just trying, man. It was trying. Like the only dude in the room, literally until my son was born, and it was just clock. Oh my god, my god. Yeah, we're home. Everybody's good. So
that's all that matters.
Good to go.
Glad you're good to go. Glad Frogger's doing good. Matt's doing good. The whole fam's doing good. Speaking of the fam, let's just say hello to the Woke fam real quick. Oh, not the Fry song. Not the Fry song. This one. All right, we got Dougie Boston, Captain Blasto, Tennessee Girl. We got Salty Motorhead, Red Fish. Who else? We got Resin out there. Heather July crushing as per usual. Thank you so much. Patriot Donnie, Hi Rel, we got Dongsock, Core Cousin, Jay in the house, Wix Vixen, Dorothy, keep cool out there, welcome in, friend. We also got Optimus Grime, Mr. Dags, Tweety52, you need some milk, what up, milk? We got Spirit out there, Score Brat, Francine always here, HL Paco. Yeah, that dude's pretty damn funny, he's pretty good. He looks just like one of them, too. The septum ring is, it really associates with them pretty good. Who else? Let's see. I think we got mostly everybody over on. We got Roy Stones and Bones, Coffee Lady, welcome in. Great to have you guys out there. Eyes Wide Open, welcome in. And down home out there, Crazy Chuck with a K. It's a great name. Lysick says, hi, Scott, stay warm, freezing in Florida. Yeah, so I was just talking to Cage about this. I ran through probably 3 cords of wood last year for the entire winter. I am about to be done with my 3rd cord now, and I just got it 2 weeks ago, and I was looking at weather reports, and basically the next Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be the warmest days possibly for the entire month, and that's barely breaking the freezing. The rest of the month, the weather guys are like, yeah, pretty much don't expect anything to thaw out or get warm until fucking March. Record-breaking cold. And I hear from Tennessee, because we still get alerts from Tennessee when we lived in Nashville. There's still hundreds of thousands of people without power.
Oh, they're fucked.
And I'm like, in a way, I'm like, damn, because I don't know what you do down there. I don't. If you don't have a wood stove, I don't know what the fuck you do. Like, what do? You have no power. So it's like, I don't know how you can function. Like, and the storm was over a week ago, and people still can't. I'm like, I don't know. What do you do? So prayers up for the southern states, man. They're getting hit, and I think the southern states right now are getting hit again. So they're not. I don't know what they're doing. I saw what 3 inches of snow did in Nashville. I can't imagine what it looks like now. Okay, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So yeah, you guys all stay nice and comfy and warm as well, because it's crazy out there. It is really crazy, and this is I was telling Kate, I'm like, I wish global warming was back here. I would be okay just like with 25 degrees, like. Guys, I don't ask for much. Like 20 degrees, 25 degrees. Like I can be outside comfortably in 20, 25 degree weather. When it's wind chills in the negatives, your face feels like it's being ripped off. That's not fun. I didn't choose to live in Alaska. I chose to live in Pennsylvania, not Alaska, damn it.
Every day last week, dude, just me by myself doing all the stuff around here. And it was, I think the coldest it was I think it was like 5:30 in the morning. I was out there and wind chills were -40 and the winds were blowing about 30, 45 miles an hour straight out of the north. And it was just abysmal. Your hands, doesn't matter how many gloves you have on, they're shot. You lose feeling in your fingers, and trying to get that back is painful. Your face is frozen. Again, then you're out there trying to work with your animals, trying to get everybody, make sure everybody's good, make sure nobody's going to die, and you're trying not to die yourself while doing this. And it's pitch blackout still. It's awful.
Yeah, man. And Wix Vixen, you're right. When your nose hairs start to freeze, yeah, like anything liquid on your face at any point out here, it's insta freeze. So I'm literally going to have to hit. I got a brand new wood guy. His wood's a lot better than the other guy that I was getting from. It was like. Dude, 2.5. Yeah, no. He's dropping loads everywhere, and I'm gonna have him drop another load. I'm gonna probably have him do it next week, because apparently we're facing 2, possibly 3 more blizzards out here, possibly forecasted for northeastern PA. So it's winter's here. We're in the fucking heart of it. I just we need more wood, Spaz. More wood. More wood. Speaking of wood, let's get to these go pills. Hey, Dougie. Thank you for the cookie, my friend. You guys by the way, you guys absolutely dominated yesterday. Thank you all for the donations. We got everything we needed for the PC. I'll be shopping for that probably Wednesday or Thursday of next week. I just got to see what the weather's like, and we'll go from there. Just fed up. Thank you for the cookie. Patriot Dice is heading home from work in the field. Be listening. Glad to see you, Papa Cage. Hope baby's good. Brando Bean with a cookie. Cyber with a cookie. And Redfish, thank you so much. Says congrats on the baby farmer. There you go, man. You're getting some love from the chat. And I need to give one special shout out as well, because I got another Cash App a couple hours ago, which was insane. Could not believe the amount. And I just got to give Stacy. My goodness, Stacy, if you're out there listening on whatever platform, I'm just dumbfounded. I could not believe what you sent. So I really appreciate that. I just want to make sure I give you a thank you. And it's all going to this operation here. So thank you guys so much. And that Cash App, guys, I'm going to keep that over mainly on YouTube because I applied for monetization at the end of November, and tomorrow's February 1st. And I'm just going to assume they're not going to monetize me at this point. So fuck YouTube. The Cash App link is going to be pinned to that chat. So if you guys want to make any donations to the show to help this keep running on all the other platforms, it's a great way to do it. There's no fees for it, and I get 100% of it. So again, fuck YouTube.
That's actually better than monetization on YouTube if you think about it. Like,
it is.
You might actually get to keep more.
It is. Fuck YouTube. They take a huge chunk out of it, and they're not going to give me a reason. So so we're just going to do Cash Apps on all the other platforms. And if I have to put it on Pill, we can do it on Pill too. But I want you guys to support Pilled. It's the only reason why I can do this still. So 2,117 gold pills, guys. 20K still that daily goal. Thank you all so much. And Dong Sock says, sounds like Sky has enough left over, some more wood. Yeah. Yeah, Dog, I really do. And I'm going to, I picked up some wood. I picked up some pallets from a local store. I did 2 trips of it, gave out free pallets because I'm not spending $90 on 2 more nice wood racks right now, so I just got pallets, and I don't know where I'm putting them because there's like a foot and a half of snow that won't melt all over the property, and I might need to get a snowblower. So it is what it is. But anyways, you guys aren't here for the weather. You guys are here for the happenings and all the crazy shit that was going down. And dude, it was a wild week, and we have not been on a show together for a while, and catching up on everything. I'm sure you've heard the theme, dude. The don't take the black pill. Stop saying nothing's happening. These arrests don't matter, because every day I'm seeing arrests. Tom Homan's in Minnesota, and we actually were going to cover some more arrests today. Don Lemon got himself arrested probably because he wanted to. And what are your thoughts so far on everything you're seeing in Minnesota and Tom Homan being out there?
Well, you think they're going to get rid of a guy that's, according to them, running ICE and DHS roughshod through the city, and you're bringing in Tom Homan. Tom Homan is, he might have a little bit more of a poise about him, but he's not going to back down from anything. Tom Homan's a tough cookie. And the second they start bitching about him, I just hope that everybody, posts those videos of Barack Obama putting the medal around his neck a number of years ago, because Tom Homan's been around for a while. He's seen it all. Yep. And he knows what the bullshit is. He's not going to put up with it. So I'm actually happy Homan's there. Let's get him in the fray, and let's clean this place up, man.
Agreed. Remember they said Bovino was getting he was fired? Remember how that worked out?
Yeah, you wasn't fired.
And then you see him in California rallying his men, saying, who owns these streets? And he's like, we fucking own these streets. And he's talking about bringing truckloads of non-lethals into California. Like, if that's why there is so much negativity online. And this is why, even myself, it's good to take breaks, guys, away from the socials. Bovino is out there. Tom Homan is out there. He's not going anywhere. And this is what Tom Homan had to say, I think, recently. This might have been either early this morning or last night. And the missions there, guys, they're not going anywhere.
That's just untrue. My message up there was the same message that's been since January 20th, when President Trump took the Oval Office. We're going to have a mass deportation, but we're going to prioritize the arrest of criminals and public safety threats. I said from day one, if you're in the country legally, you're not off the table. I looked at the numbers just about 15 minutes ago, Sean. President Trump's been in office just over a year. We got over 700,000 deportations between the border between ICE. That's a record. I've been in D.C. about 15, 16 years. I've overseen more deportations than any other man since the Eisenhower administration. So if anybody thinks that Tom Homan and President Trump isn't serious about immigration enforcement and having a mass deportation, then they weren't paying attention to the press conference. Prioritization of smart law enforcement. Well, if you're in the country legally, you're not off the table, and we'll find you too and deport you too.
All right.
And that's the thing. When he said that, he says, I've overseen so many deportations, and he said it, he's been around the block. He's been around the block. The guy knows what he's doing. He's worked for Democrat presidents, Republican presidents. It's not even about that, right, dude? It's like he just wants leadership that's going to actually honor what he does and give him the resources to do the job and not politicize it. Like the last administration, the worst will probably ever see. Hopefully that'll be the worst we'll ever see with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. But he's dead serious about this. And there was a lot of talk about, from Tim Pool and these other retards out there, that Trump bent the knee. He's surrendering. And I'm like, of all people, Trump's not going to be surrendering to a Tim Walz corrupt Minnesota with everything going on right now. And there was a lot of that rhetoric. And you saw the lefties doing it in these protests, especially the union workers galvanizing, saying that we won. They're retreating. And the next day, not only do you have ICE arresting all these idiots, you have the Minnesota or Minneapolis police as well going after them and arresting them and protecting buildings. And it's so funny. It's right after Tom Homan met with Frey and Walz, right? And Keith Ellison, all of a sudden the police are getting involved and actually doing their damn jobs. I mean, I'm sure that's just a coincidence.
We saw a little bit of that in LA last night too. And, it's amazing. These people, they don't know what to do when their local police actually get activated and start doing the job that they most of them want to do. I mean, most of these police, they didn't sign up to do the job half-assed. They didn't sign up to do,
just want to do their job.
The local politician. They joined up law enforcement because they have a passion for law enforcement.
Right.
And so you unleash these guys, these local people, they don't know what to do, these protesters, because they're not used to the local police actually acting. So yeah, you got these protesters that thought it was a big win because they got Bovino out of there. And I see where it looks like that may have been a win for them in their minds, because Bovino was a whole ass vibe, dude. That guy's like next level. Like, he's got this whole aura going on.
He's not caring.
Yeah. But if they think it's going to be any better, easier on them with Holman going in there, they're sorely mistaken, because you remember none of them liked Holman at the beginning either. Bovino wasn't even a thing, and they were all against Holman. And it's like, these people are just against whatever Trump is doing. So they're going to be against anybody, but this is not going to go any better for them. I think part of me thinks that it may have been used as some sort of tactic. Like, okay, we see, Bovino's out there. He's got this whole ass vibe going on. He is definitely not shy of the camera.
Right.
And Trump turned it into some sort of advantage. Like, okay, that's fine. You don't like the way this is going with this guy. It's kind of, it's got some news clips. We've got some shootings out there now. Okay, that's fine. Let's use it as a tactic. You don't want him? I'll move him out of there. We'll bring in Tom Homan. Will that make you happy? Will you cooperate? And you saw Frey and you saw Walls come out and allegedly had very good conversations with Trump. Everything looked like it was going to go very well.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, a day after Homan's in there, everybody's bitching again. It's like they kind of like Walls and Frey kind of walked it back, but you didn't see that from the Minneapolis Police Department. They were out there doing their job, which they had not done or been able to do up until that point. So
yeah, they were definitely holding them back. And I do believe there are some bad apples there, because like, I'm sure you saw the plate trackers, access to systems that, you'd have to be on the inside to have access to.
Oh yeah.
So, you got your bad apples. That's like that with anywhere, but I would believe the majority of them are just like, listen, don't really give a fuck about the politics. If we're here to enforce law enforcement, that's my job. And it's that simple. There's nothing else to talk about. And just getting this now, I don't know where this is out in Laredo, Texas. Federal border agents reportedly involved in another shooting after a driver rams their vehicle at agents and then runs. And of course, it's Texas, so the local police are also involved with, you can see the local police and ICE together chasing this guy down. I'm like, that's exactly what we're talking about, right? That's what it's supposed to be. Even in Pinal County,
in Austin, but yeah, anywhere else in Texas.
yeah. I mean, you're seeing this app being activated. I was talking yesterday when I ended the show. You're seeing these mega industrial warehouses being bought out or rented by the government to house deportations. You're seeing this all over the place. Pinal County in Arizona made an official announcement that they're officially teaming up their law enforcement, local law enforcement, sheriffs, you name it. They're all teaming up with ICE in official capacity. So, the people forget, dude, that the big, beautiful bill was kicked in now. People are freaking out about the Dems, shutting down the government about funding to DHS and, Kristi Noem and ICE and stuff. I'm just like, guys, most of it's already done. Already done. This is just political theater at this point. I don't know what it's all leverage for what they want. And the Republicans, dude, are actually.
Well, and I believe too, correct me if I'm wrong here, the Republicans do have the ability to, if the Democrats decided to shut down the government and they said, okay, we're not going to agree to anything. You have a $1.5 trillion military budget that you could take from to fund other parts of the government if you absolutely needed to. They could reallocate some of that funding.
Right.
I don't know if they'll go that option. I don't even know if they want to even talk about going that, because Trump is really, pushing this rebuild and ramp up of the military right now. But it is an option that's on the table. So you're not going to see a shutdown like you saw last time, where it's, months and months of nothing going on. Everybody trying to hold it over everybody else's head. You're not going to see that this time. And I think because the big, beautiful bill has kicked in, there's a whole lot more that we are going to see start ramping up right now, even if we have a partial shutdown.
Yeah, I'm not worried about any of the shutdowns. I think the Dems shot their shot the first time around for that. That was when all the food stamp things were getting revealed. The Nick was just about starting to expose all the fraud in Minneapolis or Minnesota. It was a beginning of a lot of things, right? And the Democrats had thought they had a lot of ammo with the narratives at that time. It didn't do shit. And now here we are again. And, we'll see. Midterms are coming around the corner, but Johnny had sent me this. He wanted me to play this. I have not seen this video. It actually made him tear up. It's actually about Tom Homan here, the man himself, not really the job. And I have not seen this, so I'm going to play this here. And basically, this is coming from Law Enforcement Today. And the owner of Law Enforcement Today, in this article, you're going to read about the leadership and skill set of border czar Tom Homan. And Matthew Silverman is right. Tom is exactly the leader America needs right now. But first, I'd like to talk to you as a husband and a father about Tom Homan's character. So he wanted me to play this video. I'm going to play it now. So let's take a watch.
At this time, I'd like to invite Pastor Greg, ICE Director Todd Lyons, Border Czar Tom Homan to the stage. I'd also like to ask the World Boxing Council to approach the foot of the stage. So Pastor Greg and I have a show on Pray.com called Sheepdog and Shepherd. The show is all about God's hand in law enforcement. A couple of months ago, we had the Hines family drive out to Florida to share their story on our show. Now, guys, as I told you earlier, I'm a dad of 4 little girls. Pastor Greg, who's coming up onto the stage now, is a father and a grandfather. Their story left us in an absolute puddle of tears. Now, the full story that you haven't heard yet is this. 2 years ago, Kinsley was baptized, 7 years old. It was a few days before their little one, Maddie, turned 4. After the baptism, the family was preparing to go celebrate the day of Maddie's birthday. But first, Mom, Grandma, and the girls had to run an errand. Right before they left, Maddie, who always insisted on her particular seat in the vehicle, made her older sister switch seats with her. What I believe she knew was that she was about to make a sacrifice that would change the future for everyone. Let's play that video.
I happened to turn and looked at my mom, and about that time, Maddie kicked my seat. And I was turned like that, and I was like, "What do you want, pumpkin pie?" And she said, "I love you." And I looked at my mom and her facial expression. And when I turned, I could just see the truck. The front end of the truck was already at my door, so I was kind of like turned in the seat like this. And when I went to look, you just heard the engine roar, and that's when it hit us.
Come thou fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy grace.
A lot of people have a chance to say goodbye, and a lot of people don't. And I had the chance to tell her I loved her right before she passed. I did not realize that Kinsley, she was holding Maddie's hand. She was telling her she loved her.
The guy was arrested. He was charged with vehicular homicide. He turned out to be an illegal immigrant.
Our purpose here on earth is to bring other people to know him so that they have that promise past the grave. So we're not, it's not just you live and then you die and then nothing. It's you live and you die and you live forever with him.
But I know that she's got several crowns and she's laying them at our Savior's feet and just worshiping him. So yeah, I can't wait to get to heaven to see Jesus and to be reunited with Maddie.
Seal it for thy cause above.
Thanks to the generosity of our friends at Give, Send, Go, the Christian replacement for GoFundMe, the Hines family is here with us tonight. Come on up, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, Kinsley is one of the bravest little girls you will ever meet in your life. Let's give it up for this little princess. Hey, Kinsley, kiddo. Maddie knew with all of her heart how much you loved her, and she loved you with all of her heart. We know she's now your guardian angel, and she's always looking out for you like you always looked out for her. You are an amazing big sister, and you have such a beautiful heart. You have the biggest heart out of anyone in this room right now. You are such a beautiful little girl because you are made in the image and likeness of God, and you are beautifully and wonderfully made. Ladies and gentlemen, I invited some friends up here to show how incredible this young lady is. Border Czar Tom Homan and ICE Director Todd Lyons are here to present you with an award for your bravery because you are our hero. And the World Boxing Council, represented by our friends here, have made you your very own champion belt. And ICE Director Todd Lyons would like to make you the Woman of the Year.
So first off, I have to tell you how amazing, how brave you are. There are so many law enforcement officers here in the room that call ourselves gunfighters or heroes, but you truly are. And what you did for your sister is amazing. So what I have for you, the champs have all given you this belt, and your photo is on there just like all the other champs. But we want you to know that what you did for your sister is amazing, and we all think you are amazing, and we love you, and you are a special human being, and you're the bravest girl out there.
All right, and now to present this beautiful flag to your family is my good friend, Tom Homan.
All right. So, Todd said it all. Everybody, look into this room, all these people. Everybody in this room loves you and supports everything you've done. God bless you. But I even got a better surprise than this. I got something that President Trump gave me to give to you. This is a presidential, with his signature on it, presidential coin from the White House. So, Mom, could you pin this on her? That's from the greatest president in the history of this nation, Donald Trump.
We had a president in the White House that had closed the Voices office at the Department of Homeland Security. The Voices office is an office within ICE that is there for victims. That when they are victimized by an illegal alien in this country, they can get some support through this Voices office. They can call in, they can get counselors, they can get medical care, they can get help, they can get legal representation, and they can find out the case against that illegal alien that has victimized their families. Under Joe Biden, he closed that office. He closed it because he didn't want anybody to know how many families in this country were being victimized by illegal aliens that he was allowing over the southern border. Well, when President Trump came back into the White House, he reopened that office. And he reopened that office for those victims and those survivors.
People ask me, Billy, if God is good, why does he allow suffering? My friends, I want to tell you, suffering is not a sign that God has abandoned us. It is a reminder that we live in a fallen world, a world broken by sin. But hear me, God does not leave us in our suffering. He can take your pain and use it for his glory. Don't turn from God in your suffering, turn to him. He loves you, and through him you will overcome.
My friends, we are in a battle. Not a battle of flesh and blood, but a spiritual war raging all around us. The Bible tells us that the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Whether you see it or not, whether you feel it or not, the forces of darkness are at work, trying to weaken your faith, steal your joy, and pull you away from the calling God has placed on your life. But I have good news for you today. God has not left us defenseless. He has given you his armor, his strength, his power, so that you can stand firm and resist every attack of the enemy. You are more than a conqueror through Christ Jesus. The battle may be fierce, the attacks may be strong, but God has already won the victory through his Son. When you stand firm in his truth, you will not be moved. The storms may come, The attacks may rise, but you will remain standing.
Awesome. Damn. That was a roller coaster of emotions, guys. And I am so happy Johnny sent that to me. He couldn't make it today, but he said, Scott, if you can, please make sure you play that video and that article about Tom Homan and that story and Christy Nolan and all those guys. And dude, I mean, if you wanted to use a ICE recruitment video, I mean,
yeah, I'll do it.
I don't think you can get much better than what we just watched, man. I mean, that was incredible.
That was a great video, man. You know, it humanizes these people for, you know, Americans that may not be familiar with who is running some of our departments. It really humanizes Tom Homan, Christy Noem, that whole group. And it reminds you of just the atrocities that we've been put under as a nation from the flood of illegal immigrants that have been pouring into this country. And, you know, again, like you can't talk about a whole group, you know, not everybody that's in this country illegally is here for a bad reason. You know, some of them are just here to make money, but the overwhelming amount of criminals, murderers, they put up the numbers that have been flooding into this country. You've got to do something about it. You've got to stop that bleeding. And, you know, Tom Homan recognizes that. He's seen it for decades. He knows what's going on. And, you know, they ended up there with, you know, like you said, kind of an ICE recruitment video. But they talk about basically being a warrior of God. We are a fallen nation, a fallen land, and you have to work to fix this problem. Yeah. Because this is a war of good and evil, and you've got to work to fix it. And I think we definitely have the right person in place to do that, both in the White House and in charge of our border, which is Tom Homan.
For sure, dude. And like in that type of video, it kind of shatters the politics surrounding what is actually going on here, right? And as you guys can tell, that baby girl was killed by an illegal alien driving a vehicle. And this was going on. It felt like nearly on a daily basis when Biden was in office. You would hear these horrific stories. And it's just a reminder, this isn't even about left versus right or any of that stuff. It's truly good versus evil. I mean, it is. And I've said this so many times now. If I was in a different position in life, I would have signed up to be an ICE agent by this point. And because I really can't think of anything physically that you could do on a daily basis to be part of an administration that has your back, not only making great pay, retirement, you are doing truly good. And I believe God's work in this country by being a part of anything, part of ICE, and knowing you could easily get killed, knowing that there are revolutionaries in this country that are just, they're lusting for your blood to spill in the streets. And, you know, you think this is why, like, when Tom Homan has to do politics with these people, it's part of the job, unfortunately, right? It's just part of the job when you're in these upper echelon positions. It's just the way it is. But at the end of the day, when they get off the cameras and they're going back to work, it's fucking work for these people. It's work. It's real work. And that's why, like, I've said this to you, dude, before. Everything that went down with Renee Good and this retard Alex Preddy, I don't give a shit what any of it looks like. If ICE isn't breaking their law, I don't give a fuck how brutal it looks, how bad it looks. Like, I don't give a shit if it's hurting poll numbers. Like, dude, I don't give a shit about any of that. It's not about the politics with that type of issue. This is about physically deporting these people out of the country or back into jails and prisons for the crimes they've committed and getting them out of our communities. That's it.
I completely agree with that. The thing that the left has been so able to use against us in this, though, is they form a narrative around these people. Like, you watched it with Renee Good. She's a mother. She's a this. Then Alex Preddy. Oh, he was an ER nurse and a veteran nurse and took care of veterans. And they pump that out within minutes of the incident going down. And it takes us just a little bit longer than their instantaneous reporting to dig up the actual truth on these people, that they were both activists, one of which was a very violent activist. He was no longer a nurse. You know, it doesn't matter what they were, what else they did outside of that moment. It matters what they were doing in that moment when the incident happened.
Right.
And people forget that because the left shapes that narrative. They pull out your emotions around these people. And they get to people because no one likes to see someone, you know, get murdered on live TV. However, you have to remain in context. You have to remain in context because that's how the left gets to you. And, you know, it's also a larger scale than just that. They've been doing it very successfully with actually Trump himself since 2015. They created this giant boogeyman in Trump. We all joke about it, Trump derangement syndrome, orange man bad, blah, blah, blah. But they've successfully done this and brainwashed so many Americans into hating this man. Normal Americans that are now just seething leftists because of what they have put this, this image of Trump in their minds over. And if you were to literally take that away from them, if they didn't have but Trump to blame on all this stuff, and then you laid out all these leftist policies that they're either for or against, you look like who would want illegal aliens voting in elections? Who would not want to shore that up? You see politicians coming out there and saying, oh, yeah, we can't vote for the SAVE Act because blah, 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 blah. It's like that with any leftist issue. You go down and if you take out Trump, to any normal person, all of those ideals, all that ideology, men and women, sports, transgender for everyone, blah, 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 it would sound fucking satanic and fucking insane.
Yep.
But the only way they get people on this is because their hatred for Orange Man makes them overlook all the absolute nonsense that is leftist policy and leftist agenda. And when you strip him out of it, you can truly see through it that it's not any policy. It's not anything other than an agenda to overthrow this entire country. And it's amazing how well the left, the globalists, and the media working in tandem with each other have been able to brainwash a lot of these fucking people out there. It's absolutely phenomenal.
No, it is, and I think my it's kind of morbid, but it's also a reality that a lot of these people, again, we are the majority guys in this country. Like, that's never going to change. Hopefully that'll 100% never change. I mean, I don't think it's going to change in our lifetimes. I don't know about after that, but as of right now, that is how things are right now. And these lefties who are not having children, who want abortions, they are eventually going to go extinct, fam. They're eventually going to go extinct because they're not procreating, they're not having children, they're not raising kids with these values. And I'm telling you, you're seeing these younger generations reject smoking, reject alcohol. They are. It feels like the younger generations are going back to hardcore traditional values. That
the alcohol sales have plummeted, dude. Have you seen that recently? That's amazing. These suppliers, they have pallets and pallets and pallets stocked up in factories because they can't get it off the shelves.
No one. It's I can't remember. I think it was Gen Z. I think it was Gen Z. So it's just crazy to see, and it's also uplifting because these young kids, they want families, they want homes, they want barbecues, they want community, they want church. You're talking old school Americana. That's our culture, right? Football on Sunday, like that is the country that we grew up in, dude. I mean, I think we were lucky because we got the tail end of that, where you had neighborhoods, you play with kids outside. We had that. I grew up with that, thank God. My boys, unfortunately, and my little girl, it's not so much right now. I think COVID really fucked up the world, and I'm not. Oh, it did. And I don't think I don't think I'm understating that. I think COVID was really injected like steroids of just like people not wanting to come together and just being okay with being antisocial. But this is...
My mother-in-law tried to put on a mask around our baby, and I almost slapped her. I don't want to get your baby sick. I'm like, do you realize how many people this baby has been around in the hospital? Like, what is wrong with you? I turned around, she's got this mask on. I'm like...
No, get the immune system
I told her, I flat out told her, I was like, take the mask off. You look like a retard.
Please. It's fucking 2026 already. Like, are we still doing this? So where things are going, man, the fraud issue is coming up big time. It's really coming up. I'm sure you heard Tim Walz is no longer running for any kind of office ever again. So he's out, and him and
the only thing Tim Walz is running for is the hills. That's literally. He's just running for the hills. That he can't get out fast enough.
Because Tim Walz at this point basically doing a press conference is Chris Farley at this point.
Maybe I don't look the part. I'm not svelte. I don't look comfortable on camera. I'm not savvy. I don't understand what's going on. I'm not likable. I don't get along with people. When I go to work, I don't make eye contact. I don't change my underwear. Maybe I don't.
So that's essentially Tim Walz, right? And
dude, I forgot about that bit, dude. That's so accurate and spot on, dude.
Right? It's so good. The internet is forever, dude. I mean, we're gonna live and die by the internet. It is one of the biggest blessings that has ever happened to mankind. Thank God we have it, because it's spot on. It's absolutely spot on. And someone transposed Chris Farley to the American flag and Somali flag that he has behind him, because he swapped out the state flag for a foreigner's flag, because of course he did. But dude, I mean, this shit's getting ramped up, and Trump even put out a Truth Social post here, basically saying, we knew this was probably going to end up happening, and this is why I'm really excited about California, just like a lot of other people are excited about California. The theft and fraud in Minnesota is far greater than the $19 billion, which, again, is that surprising, dude? That's not surprising to anybody at this point. That was originally projected.
Can I get like a fraction of that 19 billion? Like, I'll take just a itty bitty part of it. Like, can we just maybe anyway continue?
Yeah, the Biden admin knew this fraud was happening and did absolutely nothing about it. And he says, scammer Ilhan Omar and her absolutely terrible friends from Somalia should all be in jail right now, or far worse, send them back to Somalia. Governor, he puts quotes, governor, is either the most corrupt government official in history or the most incompetent. We know he's not incompetent, dude. He's corrupt. Even a very low IQ person, of which there are many, should have known what was going on in Minnesota. So Trump throws that out there, and then we hear this. This came out, I think, on yesterday, that they have now absolutely confirmed nearly $1 billion in what they're calling bulk cash was funneled through the Minneapolis airport over 2 years to Somalia. And dude, you don't get away with this unless you have TSA officials in that airport in on this. I don't care. I don't need sauce.
You've got somebody waving that through. Yeah.
It's common fucking, dude. You can't get through fucking security as a normal American without having basically every body part touched and just fucking harassed up and down.
They're not walking through the regular line to get on the plane. They're going through like a fast. They're just getting waved on through, man.
They're getting pulled aside probably, maybe to make it look like it, and then they get on the special access ramp, right? And then they're back on the fucking plane, dude. You cannot get through fucking TSA with suitcases of cash money, okay? It ain't happening.
Now to a Saturday in America investigation. Our team has been talking to DHS officials all week, and we have learned that $700 million in cash was flown out of Minneapolis by Somali couriers in the past 2 years. That's roughly $350 million a year for 2024 and 2025. Now, to put that into perspective, that number is 10 to 1 compared to bigger airports like JFK and DFW. And we are told that they were about 3 to 4 million a year, quite a difference. But it's not just Minnesota. It's also happening in Columbus, Ohio, where officials tell us that since 2023, $136 million in bulk cash was flown from Columbus to Somalia. And now we're learning more about how the money got from Columbus to Somalia. First, bulk cash and luggage flies out of John Glenn Columbus International Airport. Then luggage lands in either Minneapolis or Atlanta before it is sent overseas. Meanwhile, these DHS sources told Saturday in America that Seattle is also seeing bulk cash transfers, although we learned it is significantly less than Minnesota and then Ohio. Now, we should note that those are the states with the largest Somali populations in the country: Minnesota, Ohio, and Washington. And the acting TSA administrator spoke on Capitol Hill explaining how they uncovered all of this.
TSA did indeed report these incidents as it came across the checkpoint, because bulk cash shows up as a mass on the X-ray, and so our officers have to resolve what they can't identify on the X-ray machine. And through the course of their normal day-to-day duties, they reported that to our law enforcement partners in compliance with their standard operating procedures. I know there's an ongoing investigation with our law enforcement partners. We are part of that.
So that's huge, man. That's huge. And obviously, again, all this stuff is just coming out now, but it feels like it's all starting to come together, right?
Well, and so you talk about all that money, right? Up to, 700 million here, a couple $100 million there, billion, whatever. What does that, like, what does that look like when it gets back over to whoever they're transferring that money to in Somalia? Like, what does that translate to in bottle caps, which I'm only assuming is what they're using for currency over there?
Bottle caps and dirt.
How much does that, like, what does $1 billion buy you in bottle caps? And what kind of property or animal or goat can you buy with
terrorists?
With billions of dollars in bottle caps?
Terrorists and weapons and lots of weapons. That's what it sounds like to me, dude, because, dude, exactly, right? You know, does Somalia look like it's being built up for the betterment of the people? Of course not. So where's all that money going to? It's probably going to the richest people out there, terrorist groups, weapons, God knows whatever else, whatever crimes these people are committing. That's where it's all going to. And it's that simple.
Probably a big bulk of it's getting funneled back into the Democrat Party, but
that probably is as well. And but what has Trump's been saying though? Not only are we going to go after the fraud, we're going to get that money back. That's what Trump has said. I'm like, well, how the fuck are they going to do that? I'm like, oh yeah, well, hold on. We have the Savage Fairy Scott Bessent. I'm sure he can figure something out with his brain. So again, this is where it's all going, and I'm super pumped to see that, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in California because I'm sure, dude, you saw the video of Dr. Oz, right? Him driving around, out in California.
Nick Shirley's out there now too. So
oh yeah, so that's a thing. Like the world knows about Minneapolis, right? That's going to take care of itself at this point. All kinds of places have been raided. The systems for the welfare have been completely shut down in some cases. I think I forget who it was. Let me see. Who is the person that oversees all of the SNAP benefits? Because I can't remember her name right now. She's in Trump's cabinet. The update that I'm trying to refer to is basically, I think she said since they shut it down and made people re-enter it by proving they actually need it, I think it was like 1.5 million users have completely fallen off of the SNAP benefits.
Oh my God, what? Imagine that.
Yeah, and that's just now. So it's
and the left will frame that as these people are being forgotten, but those people never fucking existed to begin with, or they shouldn't have been on the thing to begin with either.
Those people are taking TikTok videos of the $30,000 EBT cards they have, and all the food they're getting at Sam's Club. That's who the fuck is getting screwed over here after Americans been getting screwed over for God knows how long from these programs. So you're having like a real-time Doge happening within the company or within the country. And also Doge is still doing their work now, which is fantastic. But dude, did you see all these arrests going down? And did you see Miss Georgia telling the ICE officer or the feds saying they're being a little bit too aggressive on the phone while her kids are crying?
Yeah.
Oh man, don't go in churches. Don't go in church. And dude, I'm telling you, been in the church like out here. If that happened in the church out here, I'm almost positive someone would have gotten shot. I'm not even joking. If not being shot, dude, there would have been hands thrown. No, and people getting thrown out. And I know that's like people just because people go to church does not mean they're weak. In fact, it's probably the opposite. You probably don't want to fuck with based Christians.
Probably not, dude. You can only push them so far. And I wonder if they're thinking that they can get away with this because remember there was only, a church here and there that fought to stay open under COVID, right? But you had this massive fear in people at the time because of the black shits or whatever they were calling COVID at the time was going to come get them and they couldn't go out of their houses. Well, you don't have the COVID fear anymore. And now you want to do this to churches. They're just attacking churches in a different way here. You're not people like America as a whole. You're not going to see people put up with this very well. They do not like to see houses of worship interrupted and treated this way. And maybe in some of the bigger cities or your really heavy Democrat areas, they're a little bit more leaning away from God, we'll say, might not care as much. But you start getting out into the Bible Belt and you start doing this shit. America is a very religious country. They are not going to put up with this shit.
No. Yeah, dude, that's the thing. You're going to start seeing security game posted up in front of church. That's what you're going to see. And I'm all for it. If that's what it takes to have church, then that's what it takes.
Out here we call him Rodney, and he carries a double barrel.
Yeah, and I can guarantee you, dude, you wouldn't. I would probably almost guarantee you, within these churches, there's ex-military, ex-police, security guards, and they'd probably do it for fucking free. They'd probably do it for free.
Intoxicated rednecks.
Yeah, sitting outside the church, armed up, so people can do church and worship and have church on Sundays. Yeah, You are never. The only way that you're going to eradicate that is if there's a full-blown war within this country and we all die. And I don't see that ever happen.
I just keep thinking of that song, Try That in a Small Town. Like, literally.
Right, dude.
It's literally what it is.
It ain't going to happen. But, honestly, man, seeing so many arrests happen. We all saw Don Lemon do his little shtick with the retarded mayor of Karen Bass. Karen Bass is, I think, approved 3 houses for permits, but she has time to show up for Don Lemon's arraignment because, of course, she does. And it was an absolute shit show. But on the other hand, this other one that I found today is her name is Maria Sante. She's another leftist activist, and she's with the group called ICE out of LA. And you brought up LA earlier, right? You saw the LA police doing some work. And 2 days earlier, she's out there, she's saying she's just filming, right? She's just part of the media. That's funny that keeps getting thrown around like Don Lemon. Well, she fucked around. And what I'm seeing happen right now, something, and I said this when Trump was doing his Truth Storm. It was on Wednesday or Thursday night. It feels like, again, and I've heard so many people say this before, the energy has shifted. It feels different. Well, I don't like to say that often, but when I do, I really mean it. It feels like there is, or something is shifting, and it's great to see these leftists finally have some fear in them that they're going to be actually be held responsible. And here is your latest fuck around find out moment from Maria Sante.
They want to arrest me, guys, so... Oh, don't shoot at my window!
Open the door. Okay, we'll open the door then. Then we won't have to shoot through the window.
What the fuck? You guys are gonna... What the fuck? They're gonna break my window, guys, please. They're gonna take me to MDC, guys. They're gonna try to arrest me. This is insane. I can't believe this is happening, guys. Lord, please protect me. Lord, please. Guys, I don't trust
The acting is so good.
them. They're gonna break through windows. They're insane. You guys, they're gonna let this happen?
And the enemy goes to.
These are unbelievable. These are unbelievable.
You can hear them. They're so calm. Like, come out of the car, ma'am.
Yep.
Guys, I'm getting out, okay? Guys, my keys are in the car. There you go. Oh, fuck, they broke my window. They're breaking my window, guys. I'm a U.S. citizen. Insane. This guy's breaking my window, guys.
Oh, no, boo-hoo.
Safe flights like it didn't have to be this way.
They're gonna try to arrest me.
These guys are like, are we really gonna do this?
I was unlocking the door.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit.
Uh-oh, retard alert.
I was doing
retard
it.
Alert,
I promise.
You got one hand on your phone, one hand fixing your stupid ass hair. You weren't unlocking the goddamn door, lady.
And there she goes.
Sante went away.
She looks really scared as she's smiling. What was great about this?
She knows she's going to get media hits over it. She knows she's going to get whatever.
Oh yeah. What I was happy about was that it was finally nice seeing not a white liberal doing it. That was because it's, dude. And I've been saying this, and I thought I was kind of crazy at first, but I'm like, dude, you don't see any blacks. Not I'm going to say any, but barely any blacks fucking with ICE and these protests. You don't see them anywhere. And I'm like, damn. It looks like most of them learned from George Floyd 2020, dude, because you don't see them out there. And it's funny because you saw like this beef with like these fake Black Panthers.
Well, dude, think about it, dude. All the fraud they got exposed from Black Lives Matter, like they're not going to go out and support that crap again.
Oh no!
A lot of people gave a lot of money to Black Lives Matter, and then you watched after like a year went by, it was one by one, the top people kept getting indicted for fraud, multiple $1 million homes. Blah blah blah. All this money that was supposed to go to, improving Black lives did zero for the community, and all it did was buy expensive shit for the people at top. All the money that went to George Floyd's family. What the fuck did they do with that? They didn't invest that back into the community.
No, dude, they ran with it.
People were onto that bullshit.
No, for sure. No,
yeah,
for sure.
dude. They're like, sick. I'm gonna buy this gold ass casket. We're gonna get the fuck out of here.
And that was it. That was it. And that's what I'm saying. But you're starting to see like the infrastructure of the law enforcement with the feds, ICE, HSI, even the IRS now out in Minneapolis. Like that it's like the net is cast now on that state, right? And now it's all about closing those walls in and closing those walls in. And you're starting to see the next leapfrog is going to be where? It's going to be California. You're seeing more resources going there now early on. And dude, California is such a giant state. It's a huge state. And I'm like, they're going to make Minneapolis or Minnesota look like it's fucking child's play. And I hope to God, dude, after that, it's going to either be Chicago or New York. It has to be. It's got to be. And I say New York more than anyone because I think Trump wants to embarrass
Remember, they were in Chicago. They were there against Pritzker's will, against Brandon Johnson's will, and there wasn't any real incidents either. But they did clean up a lot of that. The illegal immigrant population. They cleaned up a lot of that. Crime dropped in Chicago during the time period when DHS, ICE, and what was starting to be the buildup of the National Guard until the courts poo-pooed that. But they did a decent job in Chicago, and then they moved out because there was lawsuits flying around left and right. So they did already do some stuff in Chicago, but you're right. I want to see them come back. And if you look at, I think it was Trump's most recent post today, or one of his most recent posts today, he said that they are going to have strong stances on defending federal government property, and they are not going to take shit if someone spits on an ICE member, blah, 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 blah. But they're not going to get involved in these protests unless the state says, help us. And I think Trump even said they have to say, please.
He trolled them and said
I don't know if you got that post, but it was one of his most recent.
Yeah, I had it up. I exited out by accident, but you basically just summed it up. He trolled them hard, said you have to say please. Yeah. And, he's calling their bluff because are these people going to call in Trump? No, they're not going to. That's not going to end up happening. So I don't know where that's going to leaving them. And I think this also might be some optic playing for midterms.
What's going to leave is they've been attacking these. They've been attacking the federal buildings in a lot of these cities and states as it is, right? You had the ICE facility out in Portland that was getting like ransacked every night. You have the ICE facility in LA. They've been doing the same thing over here in Illinois, up in like the Bellwood area. So basically what he said is, the federal agents are going to be there and they're going to protect these federal buildings, federal property with extreme force if necessary.
Yeah.
So that's where the protests go. But he basically said, off that property, they're not going to get involved. So the second they come onto that property, these people are going to find out.
For sure, dude. And I'm seeing now there's a lot of steam being picked up from the Senate that they're going to outright ban sanctuary cities across the nation. And that will, you want to talk about the immigration industrial complex for the Dems, that would be a nuclear Moab to it. Because that would change laws, that would change everything as far as approaches to getting these people out, and these mayors would have nothing to stand on besides fighting in the courts and lawsuits up front. And after that, there's nothing they would be able to do about it. So the amount of wins that's happening right now, it's incredible. And that's why I said, like, at the end of the day, does the number of deportations matter? I think it does. But as far as like a grade, comparing it to other presidents, I just don't think it's feasible. And I say that not because I love Trump and this loyalty to Trump has nothing to do with any of that. We're in a totally different environment. And we've been seeing that with the clips from Obama from 2010, 2013, just all over the place. And Obama sounds literally like a Republican. He sounds like almost like a Trump with his talking points about not giving a shit if they're criminals or not. Laws are the laws, and I don't get to choose the laws. We just enforce the laws. And I'm like, yeah. So it's like,
well, you remember when he first came in, though, this country was not radicalized like it is now. So he couldn't just come in there guns a-blazing either.
No, we know he's full of shit. And he deported a lot of people.
Yeah. And when you talk about the getting rid of the sanctuary cities, sanctuary state policies, like, Think about what that would do. So yeah, you can look at the numbers of other presidents' deportations, and we might be a little bit behind that. I don't think you can compare them to apples to apples. I don't think you can do the scoreboard comparison right now, because if they get rid of and outlaw these sanctuary policies, how much more is that going to ramp up deportation and or people leaving on their own? Because if they don't have the protections of that sanctuary city, they don't have the benefits coming in, they're not getting all that extra funding from the federal government. What incentive is it for them to continue to live here at that point?
Right.
That's going to do a lot more than just deportations.
And I don't know if it was a senator or a House member that wants to put up a bill to completely debank illegals out of the system. And I'm like, that alone.
Oh, who was? Oh, that, yeah.
That alone would kill the incentive to be here. That would nuke it. And watch how many self-deportations happen if that were to be implemented, right? I'm like, that's just common sense.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah.
I would have to, I would hope Scott Bessent is maybe on something like that. I don't know though, but we'll see. Tissue box. Thank you for the cookie. My coworker designs and builds PCs as a hobby. I can send you a design if you want to build it yourself. I'm always here, just lurking. You can double check it on PC Parts Picker. If you go through Best Buy or Costco, you get massively ripped off. Well, yeah, I appreciate it, my friend. I'm so busy behind the scenes. I'm doing a million different things. To me, it's just easier to go to a big box store. I literally got this one here, the iBuyPower PC that I have, and like I've said, I've had not one issue with it, and I didn't really know about anything about PCs then. So I appreciate it, my friend. I just don't have the time or the patience to build it. I know it's not that much, but I'm just gonna go and just get one that I know is going to work for the show, and we'll go from there. But I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you for the cookie. Jack Attack, thank you, my dude.
Don't overcomplicate things for him.
No, I got enough going on. Thank you, Jack Attack, with the cookie. Sean Joe with the can. So 2020 said did not catch the show live to participate with the laptop. Here you go. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Railroad Blood says, Scott, I live in Northwest Connecticut. I have a snowblower I'll give you. Ah, that's nice of you, my friend. That's like probably 5-6 hours from where I live. I appreciate that, my friend. It's all good. If I have to get a cheap one, I'll get a cheap one. I don't have a huge property, so
just walk it on over.
Yeah. Unless you want to deliver it, that's a real drive though. But it's all good, my friend. Thank you. Andy says, warm thoughts to all and blessings to you. That is a great video. Thank you, my friend. Moon Baby says, what up, Famalam? Hi, Roll the Shades. The floor is yours. Says, bro, after watching the church situation with Donna Lemon, you see the way the black women act, the level of entitlement with them because they're black and they're a woman is unbelievable. She stood there in that hallway for at least 10 minutes live streaming, bro. Feds waiting. And that's what I'm saying, dude. Like these feds, you've seen them show so much patience with these people. And obviously they know, like she's talking about the Georgia lady. There's kids in the house. There's older, the mother was in the house. Yeah. Can they go storming in with the ramrod, ramming down doors, cursing at them, screaming at them, flashlights, guns drawn? They could.
Ramrod.
But they don't. They didn't do that, right? She's on the phone with probably one of the commanders, like, you can't do this. You're being aggressive. And they're like, this is gonna happen one way or the other. That's it. That's what's gonna happen. It's not the computer, guys. There it goes.
Oh my God.
Connected. That robot again? Yep.
You're back.
Fucking internet, dude.
I just saw you pop back up.
Guys, give me 5 5s in the chat. I just love doing this. I love 2026 and we can have stable internet in the mountains. It's great. Well, either way, we have to move everyone over to Pilled anyway, so let's just get that done. Let me make sure. Okay, I think we're okay. All right, guys, I'm just gonna make this quick and easy. Moving everyone to Pill.net right now. We'll see you guys over there from Rumble, Kick, X, all the platforms we've been live on. Thank you all for joining the show as per usual. We'll be over on Pill for the remainder of the show, guys. If not, we'll see you on Monday for your bonus show or Tuesday. Goodbye, my friends. All right. Here you go, Rumble. There you go, YouTube. Okay, let's turn all this off. Thank you guys for the 5 5s. I appreciate